Welcome to Victory Lane. You made it. Congratulations, you place first.
STPL. Hello guys and welcome to today's STPL. Today we're going to be having a look, start us off with DM versus SouL. If DM can win here against SouL, they have a chance of making it to the playoffs depending on how Naz do, and also they have a chance of pushing SouL Gaming into second. Now it may be difficult for them, but they are definitely going to be giving it a try. Let's see the lineups we're going to have today. As I click the wrong button, here we go. We've got a PvZ between Sandra and Saxry. We've got a TvZ between Whip and Beast. We've got a ZvZ between Die and Spire. And we've got a PvP between Pre and Mighty. So, looking forward to these matches. We're going to see the return of Charmander today for the first time in a couple of weeks. Charmander, a fun map. We haven't had too many PvZs on here. Some of the ones we have had have been some of the quickest game, or one of the ones we've had has been one of the quickest games of STPL history. That was, in fact, Charmander, which has become our number 3 fastest game. Only 2 of them a little bit faster than that, 1 PvZ and 1 PvZ, or 2 PvZ. Okay, PvZ is the fast matchup, it looks like. But yeah, there's lots of various cheese you can do here. Looks like Protoss has had 1 win here so far. But SouL, there only Zerg has won on this map. So let's get into it. It's game number 1, Sandra versus Saxry. Okay, starting us off up here in the top left-hand corner, fighting for DM. It's Sandra, and it's best of one. And his opponent spawning down here in the bottom right-hand corner, in the blue, fighting for SouL. It's Saxony. Yeah, I kind of usually go through the format at the start of every day, but I didn't do it today because I didn't think we'd really need it. We're 1 week away from the playoffs, so it's just like I thought I'd go with it. But basically the format, if you've not seen the STPL before, it's a best of 5. Each of the games are best of 1, with set 5 only being played if the score is tied up 2-2. All 4 games are played, which means we see all 4 games and they all do count towards the ranking. And all the games are played at the same time. Okay, so PBZ, we've seen not too many PBZs here, as I did mention. One of them was a very, very fast game that was ended by a very quick Ling all-in. I don't think we're going to see Saxony go for that here, but it is a possibility. Looks like he's going to send out his drone to take a 12 hatch. Meanwhile, we've got a Ford. Oh my god, have we got a Nexus first coming in from Sandra here? He's going for Nexus first. It's going to be a 12 next here. And that is very risky. 12 next against an actual pro gamer. Sandra has been beaten heavily by Castamuse after losing a few of his games. And he is not wanting to lose here, so he is going to play incredibly greedy, knowing that Saxony is most likely going to go for a 12 hatch. Saxony going for his 12 pool after that as well. And luckily enough for Sandra, Saxony is going to scout him last, although he is going to see where this probe is coming. Oh my god. Oh no, okay, so he sees where the probe's coming from. I was going to say, is Sandra, like, god sensing where the Overlord is and just going around it? That would be incredible, but didn't quite get that there. The whole thing about Castamuse beating Sandra is a bit of a joke. Whenever he loses in the STPL, because it's one of Castamuse's close friends, he's like, I'm going to beat him up. It's kind of funny, but it's also kind of worrying, because what if Castamuse is actually serious? And he's actually just abusing poor Sandra for losing. I don't know. But Sandra are definitely going to be working hard here to try and beat Saxony. It's going to be quite difficult. Saxony is one of the best Zerg players in the world currently, of course. So that does make things a little bit harder. But Saxony are going to be playing relatively standard so far. He is mining gas. Most likely going to go into a lair and go into a mid-game situation. But he could also choose just to go for a Ling all-in off of speed, or also just go for a Hydra den and go for a 3-hatch Hydra build, because I don't know, Zerg's like 3-hatch Hydra against Protoss, and I kind of don't blame them, but it is going to be a lair, so there we go. Thing is, 3-hatch Hydra is one of those builds that, like, back in the day, like I'm talking like 2008, 2009, if you went 3-hatch Hydra and it failed, you'd basically lost the game, right? But Zergs have perfected it so much that you can 3-hatch Hydra all in, it will fail, and you will still be in a good position economically. It's ridiculous. 3-hatch Hydra, I personally feel like looking at PvZ has absolutely no downsides. Either the Protoss player overreacts, builds way too many cannons, and you get ahead that way. They overreact, build too many cannons, you push into all the cannons and you die. And, well, you lose all your Hydras, but then they've still spent all their money on cannons and not units. And the other option is they don't build enough cannons and you just straight up win the game. Like, I don't know. I don't see any downsides to this build. Like, why is everyone not doing it every single game? Lucky Noob saying a few Protosses crush it against 3-hatch Hydra. Really? Who? Like, where are they? Why aren't they winning any tournaments, given, like, all the tournaments are just owned by Zergs right now? Zero and Soma just cleaning house. There's no good Terran players anymore, so no one to take down the Zergs. That's the thing, like, a lot of people bring up balance, but the whole, like, T more than Z more than P thing, and P more than T has always been a thing, right? And what people seem to fail to realize is in the lower stages of tournaments, Terran players are more likely to be knocked out by Protoss players, and Zerg players are more likely to be knocked out by Terrans. So if you remove Terrans from the equation, Zergs just win every tournament. Because Protoss players, while good, struggle the most in PvZ. Like, even the best PvZ players are struggling right now against people like Zero. Now, that may be because Zero is so unbelievably good and so much better than everyone, but I don't know. I mean, okay, so there's a few good Terran players, but there's no Terran players at the moment that are in a form to win, essentially, like, tournaments. Like, Light is probably the closest, but even he's struggling a little bit now. The thing with Terran right now is you've got a lot of, like, A-tier Terrans who are really good, like Rush, Sorry, JYJ. They are all doing incredibly well. But you don't have someone with the star power of someone like Flash or Fancy anymore. That's what Terran is struggling with. Like, and the thing with Flash, like, it doesn't matter what race you give him, he's probably going to win. You know, he didn't obviously win the last ASL, but it's not the end. Now, Saxony didn't go for a 3-hatch Hydra this game. He is actually going to be taking a very quick 4th base by taking on these temples. We don't often see this mineral-only base get taken on Charmander, so it's kind of cool to see that for the first time. We've got creep colonies coming up here to help try and defend against this push by these zealots, but there's not actually that much defense back here. There's nice SimCity, but I mean, there's no units. He's got a couple of Mulisks, but not much else. Sandra is finding himself at a very good timing here, coming in. Can he get some drones? The drones being used to drill. Zealot's getting very bugged out here on top of the Sunken, but he does kill them. How many drones can he kill? Looks like the drones have been pulled back. Sandra doing a bit of damage here, not much though. Although he is delaying the mining on that 3rd base. The Mutalists are going to chase away the Zealots. The bases are going to be fine for now. And so are the drones. But he does get 1 drone anyway. Looks like that was 2 drones in the end after all of that. And the Zealot is actually going to get away with his life. Look at that. Okay, maybe not. The Mutalist should kill this, but maybe he's not going to bother. Now, the one problem the Sandra has is he's up against Mutas. He has 1 cannon in his natural, building a 2nd one. He's building a bunch of cannons in his main. Okay, so only another one. So he's got 2 cannons, 1 Corsair at each base. And is this going to be enough? We've got Scourge coming in here at the same time to try and snipe the Corsair if he can. There's no... Oh, looks like it is 3-4 Corsairs actually hiding them away from me there. But that's 4 Corsairs. That's going to make it a little bit harder to push in. And we have no +1 Carapace coming in. So if we have +1 air attack coming in, this could be pretty good. We do. So if +1 air attack finishes, we could have a little bit of a bonus here for Sandra. A little bit of a timing attack possibility coming in as well. Now, the Sunken is having to kill the Sunken because it's actually walled off drones. This is a drone type wall. Drones cannot get through. I did not realize you could do that on this map. Yeah, Saxony has been droning up like an absolute madman. 49 drones already against the 38 probes. He's got 3 hatcheries just at his 3rd alone, 2 in his natural, 1 in his main. We've got a drone waiting to build a hatchery down here as well, but was that just Overlord Speed? Yes, it was. Overlord Speed going to come in. That's going to help him obviously push against any possible Dark Templar and stuff like that, but yeah, Saxony is macroing up like a beast here. Looks like Sandra maybe lacking a little bit on the probe production. Could cause him a lot of pain a little bit later. Sandra actually even in supply with the Zerg, which is not a good sign for Protoss either, but we've got the Robo facility coming up. Storm, I believe, must be done already, unless he's forgotten it. I hope he hasn't. But looks like the Zealots and the Corsairs going to come in now. How many Corsairs is this? 6 Corsairs +1. Not quite finished just yet, but should finish very soon after he gets to the base. Looks like he's going to bring another one up here as well. Now, it looks like the... Oh my god, the Mutalists are actually going for the High Templar snipes. This is so annoying. There's only 1 Corsair back here at the moment. But while these Corsairs are there, the Zealots are going to be wreaking havoc on this base, but they can't get through. There's so many eggs. There's so many Hydras. And I think he's just actually held this without too much of an issue. The Corsairs can come back in, but look at Saxony. He's pulled his Mutalist perfectly, splitting them up. So even if the Corsairs can find 1 or 2, they're not going to be able to kill all of them. And the Corsair's not in a very good position to be able to take much else out. There are so many Hydras right now. This is crazy how much money Saxony has been able to put into his Hydras already. Yeah, this is going to be a problem now. I mean, looks like we are going to have Sandra come up to the main to try and find the Overlords, but there's no Overlords here. All of the Overlords are out in the middle of the map. They're out with the Hydralisks. And the cannons, they're just coming up way too late. I think Saxony is just going to bust down the door here. I'm going to win the game. This is the power of Zerg when their macro gets insane. And there's just absolutely nothing that Sandra has that can stand against this. His High Templars were sniped. He's got no Storm. And this is rough. This is so rough. All of the Overlords here as well to ensure he's going to win. GG. Sandra taps out. Saxony wins game number 1.
Select your trigger hard.
Hello guys, welcome back. Starting us off in the top left hand corner, we have in the yellow fighting for DM, it's Whip from Canada. And his opponent spawning down here in the bottom right hand corner, fighting for SouL in the blue, it's Beast from South Korea. Now Paradise is a map we've seen quite a lot of. We've seen quite a lot of this map, but we've not had many TVZs here. The only one we did have was only 8 minutes 20. I thought when I put this map in it would lead to longer games, but the average game duration on this map is only 11 minutes overall across the... How many games is this? That's... 25 games. I am very bad at basic maths, so I should not do maths on stream. Now we've got a 9-pull speed coming in here from Beast, so Beast looking to be a little bit aggressive. Hopefully, Whip is not going to play too greedily here. He is going to build a wall. It is possible to make this link tight, but I don't think a barracks here makes it link tight at the top. Not 100% sure. But one thing I do need to do, which I completely forgot to do before, was turn on the channel point reward thing for the, Oh, it's still on. Okay, I don't need to actually do anything. There's a thing with the, there's basically a thing you can, if you want me to do a drinking stream where I just play random games, you can add your channel points to the pot for that. Now Whip is going to get a nice early scout on this. You'll see that it'll come in just as the hatchery is starting. He's going to see the hatchery's not done. He's going to see the lings as well. Now, is he going to be able to hold on to this? Is this a ling type wall? The Marine is going to spawn within the wall. This is either going to be a very, very quick game or a very weird game. We'll have to see how this is going to go. The barret or the depot should be finished. I think he needs to pull more SCVs than this. This isn't enough SCVs for just one Marine. Looks like it isn't ling tight. Oh no, the lings are gonna get on top of the Marine. Oh no, but good move. Oh no, this is over. This is so unfortunate. Lings are so powerful early game if they get past your wall. More SCVs are being pulled here. He's going to have to try and hold on, but the Marine goes down. It's going to be SCVs, Gundams against Lings. And a lot of people will say that Gundams are stronger than Lings, but this is so frustrating to deal with. You're barely mining back at home. There's literally Lings attacking poor SCVs, helpless, defenseless SCVs. Now he has held on, but at what cost? How many SCVs does Terran have to lose? Okay, he does hold on against the early Lings. Just about. But the lair is already on the way. Whip is gonna GG already. I don't know if he... Wait. Why did he GG? Huh? Did he... I guess he just gave up. Maybe he thought I'm too far behind now. Losing those early Marines is definitely gonna cost him a little bit later on, but... I guess that's it. We'll be back in a minute or so with game number 4. No, game number 3, sorry. Hello guys and welcome back. We're here for game number game number 3. Starting us off here in the 12 o'clock position, we do have the blue Zerg player fighting for DM. It's Die. And his opponent spawning down here in the bottom right hand corner in the red, fighting for SouL. It's Spire. And I'll give you a good example of why we cast on top versus bottom. These colors are kind of distinguishable enough, but still, this is not a good color scheme. I will keep going on about how good top versus bottom is every single time if I have to, until every tournament hosts on top versus bottom. There's literally no reason not to. It removes any possible doubt that you'll ever have a bad color scheme. And also, it removes the problem with team games as well, of not knowing who's who, and stuff like that, so... Admittedly, I think top versus bottom should be red versus yellow. I think red versus yellow is much better. And isn't there red-blue colorblind people? Like, I think there's red-blue colorblind people, right? I know there's definitely red-green colorblind, but... Like, OSL always used to be red versus yellow for a reason. Like, they didn't do it every season, but some seasons they did. Oh, there's all kinds of colorblind, okay. Oh well, now there's no dev team in StarCraft Remastered anymore, I guess, I guess none of that's ever gonna get fixed. Just to, just while we go into the game, we've obviously got speed coming up for both players. Looks like the spawning pool of Spire was much faster, so this was a 12 pool, I think, against a 9 pool. Now that doesn't make any sense. He got his gas so early, though. This is the fastest possible layer you can get. Looks like we had some high bets in the predictions, 10 versus 10. Someone's going to go home with a lot of money after this one. Now we've actually got a hatchery coming up here for DY, so he could be in a little bit of trouble. Obviously, he does know exactly what his opponent's doing. Both of them do. One of the funny things about the way ZVZ works is if you scout first with your Overlord, you can essentially play drone chicken because all you need to do is drone up until you see your opponent building lings. Now it looks like DY are going to prepare with some lings just in case. Both of them are still on 11 drones, so both went for 6 lings at the same time. Lair coming up obviously a lot sooner for Spire. 12 or hatchery in the main. So we are going to see double production worth of Muteless, but here we go. Looks like Dai thinks he can push forward and do some damage. Pushing up a ramp in ZVZ is pretty damn difficult, especially when your opponent is going to have defender's advantage anyway. Now, of course, this is a ZVZ, and ZVZs are often quite fast anyway, but if Dai cannot win this game, SouL are going to win the series and secure their place in the grand final through seeding. So let's see if Dai can do it. Can he break up the ramp? Looks like he wants to do it. He feels like he's got the timing down, but can he do it? It's so difficult to break lings on top of a ramp like this. And I don't think he's going to be able to do it, but I guess he's just going to take a position at the bottom of the ramp, see if he can kind of push up a little bit later. The Spire is already going to be nearly finished for Spire, over halfway done. So Dai is definitely looking in a bit of a dire situation here, as he is going to be behind in the air count, and he cannot get a foothold on the ground. He's also down, or he's up 4 drones. Being up 4 drones is definitely where you want to be, but I feel like he kind of needs spores. I think he needs an evolution chamber, and I think that's what he's going to build. There we go, evolution chamber coming up. Now looks like Dai going to go back with his lings here. He wants to keep them back at home to kind of help defend. We've got a couple of Muteless already on the way here for Spire. There's 4 in fact coming in with this egg up here, so it's going to be a little bit of a rough time. DY is still up 4 drones despite building a lot of creep colonies. 2 creep colonies coming up at each base. 1 at the natural is going to be a sunken, 1 is going to be a spore. This is really nice. I like this ling positioning to kind of protect this. We've got the Overlord in the middle going to be going down. That is annoying. It's going to supply block Dai for the time being. But it's not going to be the end of the world. We're going to obviously have spores defending the minerals. I'm kind of interested about this positioning, but I guess it does cover the gas as well. But I don't think with this position here, we're going to have 2 Muteless ever attack, or 2 spores ever attacking the Muteless at the same time. But let's see how this is going to go. Dai, in spite of having a massive drone advantage, is behind in supply because of these Muteless here. and due to the supply block. Now, Dai actually played a little bit greedier, and they're going for one spore in his natural, but it looks like Scourge coming in. Nice micro so far by Spire, but does get hit by one of the Scourge. Lots of Lings coming in here. Oh, the Lings are not in a position to help defend against this. He is going to be in a lot of trouble. The Muta is going to cause so much pain here, and it looks like the Mutas aren't even going to win the game. It looks like the Zerglings are. He just had his Lings out of position, and now Dai is in a lot of trouble. GG, Dai taps out, Spire takes game number 3. And that's going to be a 3-0 victory as we head into the 4th game on, what's the map? Blindside. Hi guys, welcome back. Starting us off here in the 12 o'clock position, we do have SouL's Mighty as our Protoss player from South Korea in the red. And his opponent spawning down here in the bottom middle position, we do have, fighting for DM in the blue, it's Pri from Chile. And to answer Sky Cycle's question, if two teams have the same win-loss record, do you look at direct series between them first, or game plus minus difference? The way the scoring system works is we look at match wins and match losses. If that's even, we go to game wins and games losses. And if that is even, then we have a tiebreaker between the two teams. Even if they've obviously already played, but we do a tiebreaker instead of just having their previous result count. Okay, so PvP on Blindside, we've not had too many of them so far, and am I talking out my ass? No, I'm not. We've only had 3 so far. The max duration has been 13 minutes, so we could have another very, very quick game here in game number 4. But we have actually had some slightly longer games on this map overall. What drink would be the drink of choice for the drinking stream? Probably rum and coke. If not gin and tonic. I need to buy some gin if that's the case, and some tonic. never drunk gin before, but I'm kind of getting into it now. We've got a Gate Gas Core coming in for Mighty, Gate Gas Core coming in for Pre, but Pre's core... Okay, it's not as late as I thought it was. Mine's man is saying the music seems really off, like someone is adjusting the pitch over and over again. That is really weird. It sounds fine for me, but I guess the song kind of does sound weird. I think it's Protoss theme 2, maybe? Protoss... There's only 3, so I'm just going to make a random guess and then hope that no one bothers checking. Apparently it happens a lot on Twitch. Maybe if you reload the stream. 2 gate coming in for Pre. Mighty is going to probably go for a second gate to react to this, but looks like he's not going to do it just yet. If you need a lower quality stream, I'm also streaming on YouTube. You can find the link under the stream. That will give you quality options if I've not got them. I don't think I've got quality options today, so I can just give you a link to the actual stream because I've got the stream open in my other window. Just in case anyone chats in there, but not many people chat in the YouTube stream, but I think there are people that watch and maybe chat in Twitch. I'm not sure though, because I don't really double check, but we had a proxy pylon, well not a proxy pylon, but a mana pylon come up by Mighty and Pre's mineral line, so knocking out one of the minerals for a little bit, kind of annoying but not the end of the world. Pre doing a pretty good job keeping up in supply and in workers with Mighty, and Pre is obviously going to have a little bit of an advantage pushing forward as he does have 2 gates against 1. This could very well go down as one of the fastest series we've ever had in STPL though, because usually with all the breaks I take and all the time I take in between games, although recently I've been kind of cutting out a lot of the time in between games because I've just been kind of going straight into the game after the break rather than introducing the stats every single time. It seems to work out a little bit better, but usually I'm at least an hour for the first series, at the very least. That's been like every week. I feel like I didn't put the cap on the drinking stream high enough. I feel like I'm kind of getting myself into a position where I'm going to have to do something that I didn't necessarily think I'd have to do, because I didn't think anyone would make it. I thought 70k in 30 days, that's fine. I do want to drink, I just, streaming is rough, man. Like, streaming is hard, it's hard work. You have to, like, concentrate and stuff, you know? I'm so bad at doing that. I just want to chill now. Interestingly, we've got both players going for a Citadel. So both players are going to be going for DTs here. Now, DT against DT is one of the weirdest situations you can possibly be in. Is either player going to build a forge? Because otherwise this is going to be a very, very fast PvP. The last time I remember seeing DT versus DT in PvP in STPL was all the way back in the Season 2 Grand Finals with Best versus Noob. In the Grand Final Ace match, it was Game 7, and Best, aka S-Rank, Best, one of the best Protoss players in the world, was out-DT'd by Noob at Chuck 12. That was such a sick game. Oh my goodness, and Pre isn't going DTs, he's going 4-gate. Pre is going 4-gate with no detection. I hate to call games before they're done, but this game is over. This game is so over. There is absolutely nothing he can do against the DTs, and that is it. He's not going to have any time to build any form of detection. He's tried to play very greedy here, and it's not going to work out for him, unfortunately. All of his Dragoons are going to be finding the DTs in the middle of the map. I wonder if he's just going to leave when he sees the DTs. Is he going to even notice them? Or are they just going to run past? Is he going to see? Oh, he's seen them. He's seen them, but he can't do anything about them. He's got no detection anywhere. What is he going to do? Is he going to try and block the ramp forever? How many Dragoons is he going to have to lose to do that? He can't even get his Dragoons on the ramp. The DT's in the way. Oh, Pre. Why, Pre? Why did you do this? GG. Pre taps out. And Mighty wins game number 4. Now, I saw the replay duration of this. Mighty actually... Oh, no. Okay, I thought it was 9 minutes when I looked at it. But I thought Mighty stayed in the game a lot longer. But yeah, there we go. So that's a win for Mighty. Pre getting caught off guard, playing greedy, not going for any detection. And that's what happens when you let DTs run into your base. There's nothing you can do about it. Let's have a look at the results. Yeah, we have it 4-0 from SouL Gaming there. Saxbury taking down Sandra, Beast taking down Whip, Spire taking down Die, and Mighty taking down Pre. Yes, it was a relatively straightforward series. Yes, it's a shame it ended so quickly. But with that, SouL are going to secure their position in the grand final seeding. They are going to finish first in the group, and they're going to reach their 4th grand final in a row in the STPL. They're basically the KT and SKT of STPL, basically. Yeah, that was a weird game. All right, we'll be back in a few minutes with series number 2, and then we can get started. So see you guys very, very soon.
Welcome to Victory Lane. You made it. Congratulations. You place first.
your trigger hard.
Okay guys, welcome back. We're going into our second series today. It's going to be iRk versus Red. And of course, because it's Red, we've got a million Protoss players. So we've got two TVP, or two PvPs even. But we also have a TVZ between two very, very good players. So I'm looking forward to that, and the TVP as well. Starting us off, we're going to have a TVP between Vodi and Master Ray. That's going to be good on Charmander. PvP between DeWalt and Best. This is not the Best that you may be thinking of. Best who plays for White. This is going to be a different Best, but also with the same username. We've got Oya against LML. That should be a good one as well on Pathfinder. Then a TVZ between the two Norwegian Titans. The Viking Terran Medino himself. And the King of Queens, Eriador. So that should be really, really cool. So I'm probably most looking forward to the TVZ in this series, but I think the TVP has a chance to be incredibly good as well. So let's get into it. It's game number 1 on Charmander. It's Vodi versus Master Ray. We got the Terran theme. Yeah, let's do it. I'm pumped up now. Starting us off down here in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the Terran player in the purple fighting from Sweden for iRk. It's Vodi. And Vodi's opponent down here in the bottom right-hand corner in the red, hailing from Germany. It's Master Ray fighting for red. Yeah, basically the gaming ID doesn't really matter in Korea that much because they all know each other by their real names anyway, because in broadcast their real names are the ones that are used. So people just don't really care about their ID that much. Like, you can look at someone like Rush who changes his ID every season. You've also, well, obviously with him it's more like ASL Champ Rush and stuff like that, but there's other Korean pros recently like Killer who's changed his name like 4 times because when he was using Killer he was really strong, then he kind of fell off and he didn't want to use Killer anymore, so he changed to Baxter, and then he felt like Baxter was kind of a curse, so he changed it to Juno, and now he's back to Killer again. Queen became, or Zero became Queen, I think, because that's like Queens are what is known for, so that one makes sense. And yeah, Killer's changed his username quite a lot. I think he goes by Juno still, but does sometimes play as Killer. But TVP between the best Terran in Sweden and one of the top 2 Protosses in Germany as well. This is a pretty high profile match here for the European scene. Now we've actually not seen many TVPs here at all. We've only seen 3. Protoss have had the leg up in 2 of them, but in one of them, Kogut got destroyed by like 8 DTs, and in the other one, Oya took down Tarson in a macro game, so there we go. Oh yeah, Bermuda was a good ID for Jaehoon because he kept messing up his recalls, so he called himself Bermuda. Oh, that was funny. Do you remember when we got the like weird Bermuda-ish recall in STPL where like I think it was DeWalt went for like this ridiculously long path with his Arbiter dodged like 2 AMPs and like 3 units came out? and they all died immediately. I think that's the highest viewed clip I've got on my channel. I posted on Reddit and like it went kind of like got really popular for a bit. And no one ever clips stuff anymore. Like the people that do clip don't share it anywhere either. So it's yeah, I don't know. It's tough. People expect me to clip my own stuff. I can't do it. Can't do it while I'm casting. I would if I could. Yeah, lucky noob, you clip them, but you don't share them anywhere. That's the problem. Gotta post them on Reddit. Gotta get those numbers up. Otherwise we'll never get that Dildo King sponsorship that people keep going on about. I actually said that with a straight face. I'm gonna laugh now. Usually when I think of that word, it just makes me laugh. I'm just saying, if we got those rookie numbers up and we had like a load of viewers, we could get that Dildo King sponsorship, then everyone could have a shaved cock and balls as their logo if they wanted. I'm sure Dildo King wouldn't mind that. I still can't believe that's their actual clan logo. I can't believe that's their clan name as well. Now Vodi gonna lose one of his SCVs here without actually scouting anything. Second SCV gonna be coming in, seeing the fact it's a 23 Nexus coming up here for Vodi, for Master A. So he knows at least for the time being he's safe against any form of tech builds. He is opening with tank first, so tank gonna help him be able to defend his bunker, but not really too much gonna be happening here for the time being. Just in case you guys haven't seen the news, the latest map made by the map creator of Charmander and Desert Dwellers, is it Charmander? Oh, and Blindside, has got one of his maps called Turbine in contention to possibly be in the ASL, which is kind of cool. So there we go. People moving on up, making STPL maps, getting an ASL. That's why more people need to make maps to the STPL, guys. You'll get into ASL next. If Blindside gets in, that would be amazing. Not Blindside, sorry. Well, Blindside already got in CMSL4, but like, could you imagine if Minerals start making ASL maps? It'd be the third foreign creator to do it. Looks like we are going to have the Dragoon stuck in the bunker, but not for very long. That's a risky place to have the tank, by the way, because if he pushes forward, he could kill it. Looks like the second set, or the second tank coming out here, going to help defend his base. Now, back at home, we do have the observatory coming in. 3 gateways already done. Down here on the bottom right, we've got an academy and a depot and a starport. So we're going to have a dropship coming in from Vodi. He'll be going into Vultures. He does have mines, right? Because if you're going to drop, it's always better. No. I feel like it's almost always better to go for Vulture mines when you're going for drop. Because the Vultures aren't necessarily going to need speed. Although I guess the thing is, at least with speed, you're guaranteed to get more probe kills early on. It's just your Vultures are going to die pretty fast without mines defending them. But I suppose by the time you get the dropship, mines should be almost done anyway. So maybe that's what he's going for here. Second factory coming on in before the dropship starts up as well. This will give speed a chance to finish and mines a chance to begin. But Master A coming in here with his observer. Gonna see some vultures. Gonna go in and see the starport. And as soon as he sees this, we should see some dragoons down here. Maybe up here. Yeah, he's already moving his dragoons back. They are going to be killing the temple for the time being, but I mean, Master A knows exactly what's going on, so he is in a very good position. Vodi, not building mines just yet. Gonna go for a third command center. So he's gonna drop without mines. This is so strange. I'm really not sure why he's skipping mines. I don't understand it. He's got the gas. He's got the money to do it. Looks like we are going to have that scan coming on in. He's going to see where his opponent's units are. And he's going to go, by the looks of it, towards the natural here. Now this is where mines would be so useful. Put mines here. All of a sudden you're in a good position. But look at these vultures. They're going to get 1, maybe 2 kills. 2 kills. 2 more vultures coming in. Going to get 1, 2, maybe 3 kills here. not firing with both of his vultures at the same time. He's getting a lot of damage. Okay, that's 2 kills, 3 kills, 4 kills. Master Ray definitely not reacting properly to these vultures so far, but not doing too bad. Yeah, that would have definitely gone a little bit better if he'd had mines. But he still got damage done. He still stopped mining at the natural. Still no mines coming in. I wonder if he just forgot. I think he's forgotten mines. That is so heartbreaking as a Terran player. Double Forge being used to wall this off. Now, that's actually a really good move. But look at this. Okay, imagine if he had mines here. How does anything get back here to defend against this? And his probes can't get away. He should just attack the Vulture. The Vulture on 5 health. He's losing way more probes than he needs to here, but 3 kills. Going to be a 4th kill as well. 1 hit from a probe is going to kill this. 1 hit from a probe. Or 1 Dragoon shot, I guess. But yeah, that was a little bit risky. A little bit unfortunate. We don't have the 4th base being taken just yet, but the temples were taken down. Now, Vodi does have his 3rd base. It is a mineral only. There's a Wraith out here as well. He's going to be able to use that to take down any shuttles that try and come to his base. Now, we're not going to see him go mass Wraith like we saw Koga go in that game, which was incredible. And he isn't using it to clean up this observer just yet. I don't think he knows this is here. More scans coming in, checking the... I think that was checking the tech, yeah. So he checks the tech, sees the Stargate, sees the Citadel, so knows he's going to be up against Arbiters. So we should see not only the Armory finishing up... Oh, he's actually going double Armory. His first Armory was really late. This is an awkward situation for Vodi to be in, but you need to Science Facility almost immediately. You definitely need to get EMP as soon as you possibly can. Even if you're not planning on leaving your base. Even if you've got the perfect Arbiter defense. You've got mines everywhere. And you've got, like, turrets all around your base. Somehow, Arbiters still manage to get in. It happens all the time. And it loses Terran's games. So hopefully we're not going to see that here. We've had a fast first series. So I'm hoping the second series will be a little bit longer. Okay, Vulture's gonna get up here, lay some mines. Has he finally got mines? Yes, he does. Thing is, when you don't have mines, you lose out on so much map control. Like, if he had mines earlier, Mastery would have had to clear mines to get here. But looks like we are gonna have some mines coming in. This is a nice drop, though. I really like this drop. Using the wall of these rocks here to, like, give himself a staging ground. And this is where mines really come in handy. Because the units are going to have to try and come past these mines if he wants to get up to clean up these tanks. These tanks have already got 11 kills between them. He's going to kill the cannon as well, so it means that Vultures can go and clean up the rest of the probes. And he's going to lift back up again. Look at this. Lifts up, flies away. Come fly with me. Let's fly away. And there's a NORAD 2 here that I never realized. You could kill this and then drop in this spot, I think. That's actually cool. I didn't know about that. Is that the same on every base? Yeah, it is. That's actually really cool. A little drop ship, a little drop spot even that you have to go into. Now, Mastery lost a lot of probes there. His forges aren't spinning. He does have 1-1, but it doesn't have 2-2 started. The Arbiter Tribunal's done. He's actually gone double Arbiter Tribunal, so he is going all in on getting recall and stasis straight away. But I think he's been thrown off. The Arbiter isn't started yet. The upgrades aren't started yet either. And this tech is just sitting here doing nothing. Oh, and look at this. Oh, what? What? How did that survive? Now, Vodi is in a really good position now. This is actually a winning position. Mastery has spent so much money on tech. His supply is low because he doesn't have that many units. And he doesn't have the tech yet. He's only just now building the Arbiter. He's getting, I think this is Arbiter Energy and Stasis at the same time. But Arbiter Energy needs to be started quicker, otherwise it's not going to come into effect for when you get the first Arbiter out. And Master Ray is going to be fighting against a very strong Terran army, though the one benefit that Master Ray has is Vodi's upgrades were late. He doesn't have +2 coming in yet. The science facility I said he needed a little bit earlier, it's only really just now coming into effect, EMP coming out. But Vodi is maybe playing this a little bit too defensively. I think he feels the Arbiters must already be out here. But they're not, and obviously us, as the all-knowing, all-viewing observer, can see this. We've got 2-2 coming in here as well by Master Ray. But no Arbiter. No Storm either. And if there's one thing I've seen recently from pro-Korean StarCraft, Storm has come back into, it's come back into popularity. I know people have heard of Jangbi Storms, but have you guys seen best Storms in PvT? They are ridiculous. His game against Light was so insane. He did lose the game eventually, I think, but that was only because he made a fatal error in trying to do a carrier switch. But every engagement that Light took, he lost. Because Storm is just so strong. Now we had a drop in the bottom middle base here. Looks like a single Vulture got a few of the probes. I feel like a mine exploded or something in here for there not to be that many probes here, but he doesn't actually have that many probes in general, so maybe it was, maybe there we go. Yeah, 2-2 is actually going to be finished for Protoss before 2-1 is done. Oh, 2-2 is done for Terran. That's insane. Okay, that Observer got a extra hit from one of the Goliaths. I didn't realize they could do that. I guess it's because there's overkill, so... It is hard to do, and Best can pull it off because he isn't human, but the thing is, Terrans can't play like Light. And if Light dies to Storm, because Light clumps his tanks a ton, and if Light does that, what are all the lower level Terrans gonna do? They're gonna have, I know when I play against Storm, I just die because I can't split my tanks, but here we go. Best possible situation here for Master Ray as he comes in. The tanks would not siege. The Zealots get on top of everything here. No recall energy, no stasis energy though. The Arbiter falls immediately, and this is when Vodi is going to take the engagement. He went in before 2-2 was done. 2-2 has only just finished. He lost all of his units before it started. The anti-timing here. There was a good EMP, but that is going to be the end of the game. Vodi's army is not going to be stoppable here. There's not enough production. There's not enough units. And it doesn't matter if you've got the upgrade advantage. If you don't have the tech, you don't have the units. Imagine if he could storm this clump of tanks, it would be a different game. But yeah, the anti-timing there from LML going in at the... from Master Ray going in at the worst possible second. Feeling like he had to take that engagement there and then. And GG, Master Ray taps out. Vodi takes game number 1. Okay, we'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
Pretty bold, aren't we? I'll take care of you myself.
Reload. Reload. Reload.
Theo! Mission 1, start! Thank you. Heavy machine gun.
Okay guys, starting us off here in the top left hand corner we have Best fighting for red. And his opponent spawning down here in the bottom right hand corner, it's the Miracle Toss himself in the blue fighting for iRk. It's DeWalt. Now another PvP. We have a very fast probe coming out here from DeWalt. So DeWalt is going to proxy Gateway. Now, I don't know what it is about these Protoss players and proxying at their opponent's ramp, but I almost feel like you're playing a little bit too confident doing this, right? Protoss players scout, okay? So you're going to get scouted. And when you build your proxy here, you're just like, yeah, you're gonna see this and I'm going to win anyway. That's the kind of confidence on display by DeWalt here. DeWalt does not care about his opponent or how his opponent feels. He is going to build his proxy right at your base, right at your doorstep, and he is going to make you be the one that has to affect it. Now here we go, looks like Best's going to send his probe out, sees it immediately. It's 2 gateways even. Surely you can just pull probes and kill this, right? DeWalt loses his probe as well, so do you not just pull probes and kill this like you do with SCVs? I kind of feel like you do. Well, I guess you can just build 2 gateways yourself, right? But yeah, he's gonna pull probes and try and kill the pylon. If this pylon goes down, the rush is dead and DeWalt's lost the game. And honestly, that'll be a massive upset. DeWalt is currently 3rd place or 5th place in the STPL rankings. He's got an 80% win rate over 26 games over Protoss. Why do you build your proxy at your opponent's natural? As soon as this probe goes down, the rush is over. Like, it doesn't matter if this pylon comes up. He's always going to be behind in Zealots now. I do not see that as something that's worth it, but I mean, it is DeWalt. He gets 2 probes for his trouble, but DeWalt is supply blocked. He's actually building a 2nd pylon here as well, because he knows his pylon's going to be in trouble. Now, is DeWalt's micro going to be able to bring him back in this? Because realistically, he should be in a losing position right now. But micro means everything in Brood War. He is keeping this Zealot and probe alive way longer than I think anyone else would be able to. The Zealot attacking the... oh my god, he's actually going to lose the Zealot. Best may have just thrown this. He's got 2 Zealots against 1 Zealot, but even so, the probe and Zealot combo kill another probe. And now DeWalt has the high ground. Is it over, Anakin? Because it looks like it might be. There's going to be 2 Zealots attacking up the ramp into 3. Well, it looks like he's going to push down at the wrong angle. Looks like nice target firing by DeWalt as well. And I think DeWalt's done it. I thought for certain Best was going to win this game. But even with killing the pylon, DeWalt has made this work. DeWalt with the insane micro. This is why he's called the Miracle Toss. He's going to kill his opponent's pylon, and that's the only thing powering his gateways. He is going to give Best a taste of his own medicine. It's 5 Zealots against 1. He surrounds the Zealot, he surrounds the pylon, and this is going to be game over. And there we go. That's it. That's game. Best is done. Now LML there we go. GG. Game over. What wins? Now just quickly, LML says the issue was best probe pulling. Was it really? He killed the pylon. Surely it was what happened after that was the issue, right? Because the thing is, like, he lost the early micro battle with the first probe and zealot. And that lost him the game, right? Because from that point he was behind. Oh, the probe pulling in his mineral line. Oh, okay. Oh, so you mean like the bit when he was defending? Yeah. Fair point. Yeah, when he was moving his probes around his minerals, that makes sense. I just wanted to confirm that because I was like, surely killing the pylon is a good thing, right? Because that delayed the second and third zealot, but that's it. We'll be back in a couple of minutes with game number 3. We've got a quick day of STPL today.
Okay. Rocket launcher. Heavy machine gun.
Okay guys, welcome back. Starting us off down here in the bottom left-hand corner in the peach, fighting for red. It's the actual LML from Germany as our first Protoss player. And his opponent spawning down here in the bottom right-hand corner, fighting in the mint for iRk. It's Oyaji from Sweden. LML says no pre-game screens anymore. The screens still exist, but I use them less just because A, it saves a bit of time, B, I notice people getting annoyed by them earlier, so I kind of don't use them as much. It also means when I'm in the game I can talk about the stats a little bit without showing everything to everyone all the time. But if we look at PvP on this map, our average PvP game duration is actually 20 minutes, so this could be our first long game today. But Oya versus LML could be pretty good. Oya, definitely the third best Protoss player outside of Korea at the moment. LML, definitely up there as well as one of the better foreign Protoss players. So hopefully, this is going to be a good PvP. We got the first gateway coming in for both players. Are we going to see Gate Gas Core as we have done a little bit earlier, or are we going to see crazy 2-gate play, crazy 3-gate play? Now, the sad thing is, we had a really good Gate Gas Core game earlier, where both players were going DT, and then one of them stopped going DT and went for an expansion, and never actually built a forge. So hopefully we're not going to do it. LML saying so much praise for some B Protoss. I can't believe you're smack talking Oya, man. He's more than a B Protoss. He's doing really well right now. LML coming in with the smack talk. Wow, I hope Oya's not watching this. I always knew German players were BM, but wow. Can't believe it. LML. Okay, Gink Escort for both players. Exactly the same as what we always see. Zealot against a probe. The Zealot, of course, does win that engagement. Unless your name is like Kingdom and you can like do the weird like probe micro where it just outranges the Zealot and you do that forever. Pylon by Oya in his opponent's base. I do like this mint green on Protoss. I think it looks pretty nice. Robo coming in. LML gonna scout this out with the Zealot. Zealot trying to get in the probe line. Does get a single probe. Can he get a second one? One more shot. 2 probes down. And LML is gonna take the lead for the time being. And yeah, I finished my tea that I started at the beginning of the cast. And I didn't actually get any water, so I'm going without a drink for the time being. After this game I might get some water just in case. Thing is, the games have been so fast, I've not really been talking very much. And the games have been fast enough that, like, there's not been many people tuning in. I guess that, like, one of the things that people have said, like, someone was like, you've got to drop the VR and anime stuff. There were 2 things there. Both of them I haven't used those for ages, just because I've been too lazy. But I think the main reason why I get less viewers now is because Kogut is always streaming, and everyone watches Kogut. Kogut's stream is so good, so like everyone just watches him. And then Eon has started streaming as well, so I think Eon has found himself unbanned finally from Rustbrain's tournaments, but the way he's going on, I think he's going to get banned again, because he keeps like popping up arguing for no reason. Apparently Oya has 113 viewers. Oya's not streaming right now. Is he? At least not on my screen. I think Oya must have cut streaming for a bit, but there's a lot of people watching Brood War. Adele Scott is streaming as well, but he's like a mainly StarCraft 2 streamer. We're just the poor saps who cast during the week, you know. All the cool people. Oya didn't even raid for his own game. Like that's how far we've fallen. No one cares about STPL anymore. It's just personal streams now. STPL's done. You know, no one thinks about STPL. It's just like, it's all these maps. Like, people just can't deal with it, man. Oh yeah, let people vote where to raid, and they didn't vote STPL. See what I mean? No one cares about STPL, man. Oh, Eon won. Well, to be fair, Eon winning is kind of sensible because Eon's stream is funny because he's just constantly angry about everything. Like, he's always angry about absolutely everything. He's like the European Artosis, basically. He's always balance whining, like, all the time. And the thing is, I know Eon doesn't like me very much because of, like, I talk shit to Eon when he's so much better than me, but genuinely... okay, we've got DTs. Let's actually talk about the game. But yeah, genuinely, that's how I feel about Eon. Yeah, 2 DTs coming out here. We don't have an observatory. We do have a Reaver. Now, if this was DeWalt would use his Reaver Scarabs to friendly fire kill the DTs. Now, LML is sending the DTs on the longest pattern around to get to his opponent's base, so it's going to be a while before they get here. We do have the observatory coming in, so by the time the DTs eventually get here, we should have an observatory in the... Oh, we should have an in the main. Nexus coming up here. Now, this is really risky. Oh my god, finally, we've got a shuttle coming in, so he's going to be able to drop in the main. Is Oya even going to see this coming? Are we just going to have another incredibly quick game? Because there's going to be no way the Reavers can get back and defend this. Like, if he target fires his own probes, it's going to blow up the probes. He could even snipe the observatory right now. That would not be a bad play. Oya sees it immediately. I honestly feel like killing the Robo would be the best play here. Kill the Robo. You're not going to get any probes. Kill the Robo. Kill the Robo and win the game. Why is he attacking the gas? Kill the Robo! Kill the Robo! The Observer's going to pop out and the DT's going to die. There we go. End of the rush. Okay, he does have a... Okay, his second DT did get in the prone die. Oh my god, that was close. Did he target fire one of his own units there, or did the Observer see it? Where is the Observer? Now, he's dropped another DT in here, but it's sat on top of an Observer. So that isn't going to go very well. He gets another probe. I mean, getting a lot of probe kills is what you want when you're going DTs. He did go for a fast expansion himself. But I still feel like killing the Robo would have been better. Like, he didn't really do too much with either of the DTs there. He could have at least delayed more Observer production, and the follow-up drops would have been better. I don't know. LML is telling me the DTs don't damage buildings that fast, but DTs are pretty damn broken, man. They drop at my base, all of my supply depots die, and I'm like, what? But now LML could be in a little bit of trouble. If Oya can get a shuttle up and get his Reavers over to LML's base, LML doesn't have that much back here to defend, but we do have another DT dropping off in the main. Let's have a look, see if they can do any damage. Looks like the... Wait, where did the Observer go? Oh my god, LML pulled this Observer and it's back again. Okay, we're fine, we're fine. I thought LML had just killed himself. Sorry, I thought Oya just killed himself even. LML's taking a good lead in probes, which is a good move. He does have this probe up here, which could hide a base. LML saying, is this LML versus LML? No. It's LML versus Oya, but here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gateways up against just 2. So LML is actually taking a big lead over Oya here. The longer the game goes on, things are going to get better and better. And look at this probe positioning. This is exactly the scout he needed. Now, the Dragoons are going to get into a position to try and defend against this, but this is still 2 Reavers. 2 Reavers can deal a lot of damage, but not if the shuttle goes down. Now, here goes the first Scarab, the second Scarab, the Dragoons in the main base are dead. Oh, this isn't going to go well. Looks like LML trying to move out on the map with some of his units, seeing if he can go for some kind of counter. There's not many units back home defending this, but he's going to have to save his probes first. Oh no, this is going to be filthy. He doesn't get the shot on the probes, but still a very filthy moment, killing 2 of the Dragoons. That's only a single probe, not the end of the world. Can he glitch out the scout? Oh my god. Oh, that was so close. He could have killed all the probes in one hit. And Oya is going to take a lead, but he does get the shuttle. He kills the shuttle, kills the Reaver, and now he's behind in probes, but he's in a very good position. He's got so many gateways right now compared to his opponent, and if he pushes right this second, Oya does not have enough to hold on. Looks like LML going to wait at least for, I think, Storm to be finished or close to ready before he seems to push. But I think he definitely needs to go. Like, he needs to go for it right now because he has got a timing where his opponent's got no Reavers, barely any gateway units, and there's a DT in the main. The DT going to be pulling some of the units back out the natural. We've got a... Could this be a Storm drop coming in? Why is he not sending all of his units? Just send them all. Just go. Go, LML. LML maybe not wanting to overextend. There is a good amount of units here for Oya now. He's going to wait for Storm to finish. He's got a lot of Storm energy. And he is going to waddle. Well, I guess they kind of glide up to his opponent's base. And he is going to go for a strong one-punch kill. And I think this could be the push that could end the game. The units are going to be incredibly clumped up. Storm is going to do a ton of damage. And we've even got a SouL coming in here to drop a unit into the main. If he could storm drop the main while this is going on as well, it would just be the nail in the coffin. But LML looks like he could be the first player on red to take a game off of iRk this series, and he is looking incredibly strong so far. The DTs didn't look like they did too much. The Zealot in the main died already, but here we go. Looks like we're going to have that push coming in. Storm on the front units, Storm on the back units as well. And LML coming in for a ton of damage. If he can storm the probes, that would be good. But looks like 2 Reavers going to come in. 2 Reavers going to be very, very important. But Storm on the Reavers is going to be doing so much damage. They're not going to be able to waddle out here. But looks like the Reavers are doing way more damage than they should do. And there we go. Looks like LML's broke it. So many dead Dragoons. But it doesn't even matter. Probes are being used to fight now. And that is when we know that LML has won the game. Oya is going to try and stay in as long as he can, but he is up against a lot of units streaming in across the map here. And it's now 95 supply against 73. And a DT coming out here could be the one saving grace. But is he even going to be able to survive long enough for the DT to kill all the units? I don't think he is. So many units are going to go down here. More probes have been pulled. This is a very risky moment in this game. LML still with no observer up here. Will eventually lose everything to the DTs. That was a little bit of a weird storm when he actually ran into it. But GG. Oya taps out. And LML. Oh, apparently his obs died. And LML is going to take his team 1-2. Okay guys, welcome back. We are going into a very weird situation here where essentially, what was I going to say? We have one of the best players in Norway against the other one. We have one of the Fjord Lords here. It's the Viking Terran himself. It's Medinho, a Norwegian by nationality, but he has jumped ship, as it were, and joined the crew of the Swedish team iRk. foregoing his previous team, Rev even. And he's here. He's ranked 17 in the STPL overall. He has got a 10-1 win record over Zerg. He has got a 90% win rate against Zerg, which is ridiculous. What the hell? I didn't even realize it was that high. Wait, yes, his current all-time top streak in TVZ is 8-0, and that is currently ongoing. He has a chance to make it 9-0. And at LML, you don't even have a picture, do you? I'm introducing these two because this is like the star match. This is the match I've been waiting for. Eriador and Medinho are so good, but obviously Medinho very strong. His opponent, the grandfather of Brood War overall, it's Mr. Red Eriador, aka Liquid Drone. He's the Elder Kai of Brood War, is something I said in his said in his thing. He's mainly a random player, but he does race pick in the STPL, and the reason for that is because there is no random allowed, but he race picks PVZ rather than ZVZ, so we're going to see a ZVT here. We don't really see it too often, but we're finally going to get to see it again. He's got 6 wins and 9 losses against Terran, so not the same kind of record that Medinho does have, but he did recently beat Scan on Rosen Bridge, so that was a really good game. Now let's introduce our final map for today, possibly, unless Eriador can win. It's going to be Blindside. Blindside, we've only had 2 TVZs here so far. Terran have won both. They've been relatively long games, so let's see if Medinho can do it, or can Eriador keep the hopes of Zerg alive on a map where they've currently been struggling in TVZ and take us to an ace match. Let's find out when we get back. I'm going to go into a break mode. I'm not going to break. Let's get into the game. And we are blessed, for today we get Terran music twice in 2 TVZs. We are blessed for sure. The gods have rained down praise upon our Terran blessing. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. That doesn't make any sense in English. But starting us off up here in the 12 o'clock position from Norway, the Viking Terran himself in the yellow. It's Medinho fighting for iRk. And his opponent spawning down here in the bottom middle position. We do have, in the peach, fighting for red, it's our other Norwegian Viking, it's Eriador. Now, LML is saying he's got a photo, but I cannot remember his photo at all, so I am going to go back and check what it is. And I just see it in the overlay. Oh yeah, you do have a photo. I forgot what you look like. I thought I had a photo of Mastery and not you. I got them around the wrong way again. Oh my god. What is wrong with me? The two of you are just like indistinguishable in my brain. I don't know why. I think maybe it's because I see Horotos a lot more because he streams a lot. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Like, I think of your name, but then I look at, like, when I think of you, I think of what Horotos looks like. I am so confused. I just don't even know anymore. We're just gonna make them like the team of LML. By the way, just because I'm interested, right? This doesn't really matter at all. But what does the word in Spanish, I'm guessing? I'm guessing this is Spanish. Entrenamiento. Is that how you say it? What does that mean? Lucky Noob pointing out that LML is beard, Master Ray is hair, and LML just goes and bald. Okay, but looks like we do have Medinho possibly going for a... I thought he was going to go for a mech build, but it's actually just going to be a 1-Rax fast expand. Command Center coming up. We did have Eriador go for an early pool here, rather than going for... No, he went for a 12 hatch. Sorry, I completely misread what was going on. I was too busy trying to read what that word said in Spanish to actually cast the game. I don't know. But looks like this first Overlord going to be in a little bit of trouble here. Oh my god, this is so good. Medino is not going to lose position over this Overlord. He's going to kill the Overlord, and that's a massive win. That is so good for Terran. Oh my goodness. Medino has won the lottery here. Eriador's like, oh no. Fly too close to the sun, you get burned. The Icarus oh my goodness. And then he fixes his spelling. Oh my god, this is good. Yeah, Eriador, like Icarus, flew a little bit too close to the sun there. He's going to find himself at a disadvantage leading into the game. Now it is currently looking like a mech opening, given how fast this gas is. And that means it's not as game-ending as going against Bio, because when you're against Bio, and someone goes to, oh my god, is he going to proxy a factory outside his opponent's base? No. Wait, he's just going engineering bay. Okay, he's going +1/5 racks. Wait, no, surely he's building a factory somewhere, right? Where is he spending his money? Where is his money going? Am I blind? Okay, he's sending his SCV back here. Now, this is a Ling-type wall at the front. So Lings aren't going to be able to get in here. They could kill a couple of the Marines. There we go, Academy. So it is going to be a bio build. Now we've got the Extractor coming up. It is going to be a 2-hatch Spire coming in here for Eriador. So Eriador going to try and make up for losing that early Overlord by getting a lot of SCV kills here. And Eriador, his drone count is not that bad. He's not had to worry too much about being countered. He knows his opponent's sat behind a wall. And he's looking pretty healthy right now, but we've got 2 barracks. He's actually going to macro up in his natural. Now this is such a weird place to macro up from, because there's not much space. Like, after a certain period, I mean, I don't even think he can fit any more barracks. Maybe 1 more at the top. But that means macroing is going to be so much harder, because you're going to be macroing across 2 screens. And that is so annoying as Terran. I know, like, Zerg players are used to it, Protoss players are pretty used to it, because you get so many gateways. But Terran usually build all their barracks in 1 big square, or a rectangle, or something like that. So, I mean, he's already macroing on 2 different screens, because he's got three barracks now, of course. But +1 attack is going to be done by the time the Mutalists start to come out, or at least it'll be done relatively soon after they get to his base. Medino going for a scan, sees the fact the lair is at the natural, and the Mutalists are coming in. Now, Medino and Eriador have played a lot with each other over the years, so both of them have been playing this game for an incredibly long time. But will Medino know that Eriador is going to go for a hidden 3rd? A hidden 4th, even? Eriador's going for 2 hatches here, 1 at his 3rd, and 1 at hidden base. Oh. We almost had the curse activated there. That was a little bit of a misclick. Maybe he's softening up the Ursidon so that Eriador kills it with his Mutalisks. Now, Medino is getting into a good position to defend against the Mutalisks. But if the Mutalisks pull the Marines over here, they're going to find this base. So I think the Mutalisks are going to have to go into the natural here, because you definitely do not want to give up the position of this base whatsoever. Stim coming in. Nice pullback by Eriador, though. That's a lot of energy from the medics that's going to be wasted. If Eriador can make this hidden base work, it's going to be incredible for him. Looks like the Marines moving back and forth. One of the SCVs going down here. Got to keep an eye on these Mutalisks and their health. Coming in where the Terran is weakest here at the rally point. Not too many Marines here. Going to be able to kill one of the turrets and 3 medics as well. But he's not focus firing the turret. Oh, he loses two Mutas there without killing the turret. That's a bit of a pain. Does kill it in the end, but factory SCV going to go down. But the turret positioning from Medino is absolutely stellar. Only kills 2 SCVs so far in a turret, a few Marines for like 3 Mutalisks. Definitely not worth it. He does have this 4th base up. He kills another Marine down, another SCV down here that was scouting. Now the Mulists are battered, they're bruised. Is he going to try and take an engagement with this Medic Marine? I don't think he is. Stim has been wasted again though by Medino. That's a little bit of a misstep. Overusing Stim, he's not going to be able to catch up with the Mutilist, so that's kind of not worth it. But it looks like he wants to Stim to his opponent's base. And that wouldn't be too bad. There's only a single Sunken back here. And I think this could be a very anticlimactic victory here, because I get the feeling the Marines are just going to storm the front and there's going to be no defense. Now, maybe, just maybe, if Medino attacks the third first, Eriador can hold on to his natural and he's got the hidden base. But there's only one Sunken. Like, Medino should just actually just push the natural. Like, this base doesn't matter. This base is pointless. Now, the Mutilists are back in a position to defend. There is a lot of Mutilists now. And the Sunkens are going to finish, so Medino is going to kill this base and most likely go home, because he isn't breaking this anymore. Now we do of course have this fourth base here. That is the base that's mining. Looks like we have Medino going for another scan, seeing if he can break his way in. But not going to find his way in just yet. Now the Spire is actually in the natural as well. So if he'd have gone in at that exact moment before the Sunkens were done, he would have killed the Spire too. And that would have won him the game. But oh, he gets another Overlord kill. Eriador being a little bit, I don't know, a little bit careless with his Overlords so far this game. It's obviously quite difficult. It's probably the Overlord that was in his Mutilist group, like this one is, but that's going to go down as well. Medino has got so much value out of this small group of Medic Marine. But the funny thing is, Medino going for a scout back and forth looking for the fourth base, and he doesn't check the one place the base is actually at. The one place he's got no vision over, but oh, he did see it. I guess he scanned or something. But looks like we are going to have the Medic Marine going for this third base here. Only a single Sunken is going to stand in between Eriador and possible death here. The Mutilist coming in from behind, good angle, but the Medics at the front going to be eating up a lot of this damage. The Mutilist taking a ton of damage from the back Marines, but does manage to hold on to the base for the time being. But of course this base is very, very close to his opponent. And this is going to be one reinforcement wave away from being able to take it down. Now we're still on 3 barracks at the natural. You can see he's not building out of all of his barracks. Not the best macro so far by Medino as he's adding on a load of barracks to help out here. Science facility is done. Vessels are going to be on the way. And the Mutilists are still quite heavily bruised. But +1 attack is done on the air. No +1 armor. Hive coming on in. Scan coming in at the perfect time as well to do that. More Sunkens coming up here over at the third base. But the third base is in a lot of trouble. There's no ramp here to defend. Okay, so technically there's this ramp, but you're not going to be able to get lurkers to cover that. Looks like the Mute is going to come in where the Terran is weakest once again. Gets in as the... Oh, he gets an irradiate down. The second vessel, though, could go down here. Oh, he's got so many Muters taking damage to the irradiate. He's not split. He's sending his Muter into the middle of the group of everything. And a massive misstep there by Eriador is going to cause his Muters to go back home. LOL being called here because Eriador knows he messed up. And now Eriador's in a lot of trouble because if Medino pushes right this second... Oh my god. Maybe this is why Eriador doesn't go mass muter. I don't know. Maybe that's why. I love Medino. Medino and Eriador are two of the funniest people in the Brood War scene. They're so nice. But yeah, Eriador definitely in a lot of trouble now. These Muters are very heavily bruised. He doesn't have the kind of health he needs to be able to defend this base. Now, there is 3 Sunkens now. That is going to help the Oh my god, the Mutalists flying into the main. Finding out that turrets actually kill Mutalists when they have no health. Losing a couple of Muters there for free. They're going to fall back with his Muters once again. Now the 4th and 5th Sunkens not quite finished just yet. The 4th one has now started, finished. I don't know what I was trying to say there, but lots of medics here. We've got 2 vessels as well. The Sunkens at the ramp going to be doing a lot of damage here. Can we see some nice irradiates coming in? Looks like he doesn't need irradiate. Irradiate is over it, guys. Queens coming in. Now, if those queens had ensnare, maybe he could have held on to this base. But losing all of his muteless, that is going to be a problem. And Medinho looks like he's going to be taking his 9th TVZ in a row. And that means he is going to be tied with Koga, just behind Scan with those units. We don't have another third base anywhere. Ling's heading up to try and cancel this third base here from Medinho. But Medinho is in such a good spot. Also, Lucky Noob saying 3 Terrans in the top 3 places. That's in TVZ. Those are TVZ stats. It's kind of hard for anyone but a Terran to be in the top 5 TVZ. Just saying. Scans coming out. Wait, I swear he just scanned this base. Like, I swear it looked like the vision expanded there, but I guess maybe not. Maybe the turret just finished. Yeah, the problem is, okay, we're going to have another Overlord die. This has been an Overlord massacre. The Viking Terran definitely not wanting to deal with anything. We've got a patrolling medic even over in the top left-hand corner. We do have a Parasite on the vessel. Does he have Restoration? Is he going to get Restoration? He's getting it. He's getting it. But I don't think he's going to live long enough for it to matter. He's going Ultralisks. But I don't think the Ultras matter. Here we go. Looks like... Oh, we get the first Ensnare. Ensnare is so good against Marines. But he doesn't have the right units. He doesn't have the right composition to deal with it. It is +5 armor against +1 attack. So he could hold on against this bio army, but this is just one of many. The Ensnare is so good. Look how little damage these Ultras are taking right now. There's so many Marines, and it doesn't even matter. Now, obviously, Eriador is far enough behind that even the Ensnare didn't help. But yeah, this is rough. We didn't have an Eraser trick coming in. The vessels did get pushed back. We do still have another Ensnare possible in 5 energy, so... Okay, that was a weirdly placed base. Looks like that's going to go down immediately. Oh my god, and here come the longboats. There's no stopping this. This is going to be game over here. Medinho coming in with a 360 no-scope drop here. Gonna end the game. GG, smiley face. GG from Medinho. And Medinho is going to win the series 3-1 for iRk. Okay, so there we have it. That is going to be the end of our series for today. Medinho getting that final clutch win over Eriador. Going to lock Red out of not only the 5th game, but also the playoffs. We'll go through the ranking table at the end, but basically Red needed to win that if they wanted to have a chance. But Vodi, DeWalt winning game 1 and 2. LML taking a great win over Oya in game number 3, and then Medinho finishing it off, putting the knife in and giving it a twist. iRk going to secure themselves near the top of the table and most likely a good seed. But that's going to be us for today. A massive thank you again to our sponsors, Esport Fund and Maturino, who both have supported the STPL very, very nicely. We also have all the people that have used the code from Maturino STPL S4. You can donate 50 cents to the prize pool if we still have those left. We are still $700 away from our $2,000 prize pool goal. If we can reach that, we'll match what we had last season, and I will free the doodle for Season 5. But a massive thank you to our patrons as well, and thank you to you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time. On Wednesday, we're going to have double series, because on Friday night, I'm going to have to do a little bit of work when I don't necessarily want to do it, but I've got to shut down a load of servers. So we'll have 2 series on Wednesday, Sai versus Naz and Wika versus Ash. And then on Friday, we're going to finish with NetWars versus Rev. So have a good evening, morning, afternoon, or wherever you are. And I will see you guys next time. We are going to host Urban. If you're watching this, you're watching the STPL. Hopefully, you've been enjoying what you've seen so far. If you want to help me make more STPL content to bring more tournaments to you, please support us on Patreon, which you can find up here. And also, There's so many different things you can get through Patreon. One of the main and one of the easiest ones to get is, of course, access to all of the replays of the STPL so far. We've had some amazing games, such as some of the games you can see just over here.